All right, Aaron. Hey, man. How you doing, bud? This is Coach Duarte here. I'm going to talk you through some things here, man. We're going to start off by watching some of the good swings here, and just I want to note down some of the things that I really like about your swing. Just kind of starting with your overall rhythm. I love your base. Your center of gravity is nice and into your legs. Um, there's good lower half rotation. There's some pretty good hand path that's taken place in your swing. Really good bat speed. I think your bat speed is one of the things that really stood out to me, even back when I saw you in the fall. Um, and I think your eyes, you did a nice job of tracking. I mentioned your balance already, your lower half, which is very strong, very good. Some things that I think that you can improve on. Okay, I think you can improve on having your hands in probably a better launch position. Okay, as you take it through even these slow motion swings here, you can go back and pause it right at the point at which your stride foot gets down. You're going to see that your hand is kind of hidden behind your head a little bit. I kind of call that having a little bit a little bit of over rotation in your load in your shoulders to where the point where your hands get too far behind your body, and this will tend to cause a little bit more of a rotational swing with the upper body. And there's a lot of debate between rotational and linear hitting and stuff. There's a lot of good stuff out there. um, my feeling just on watching you kind of hit like a swing like that, is that you kind of miss hit a few too many balls because you have a tendency to not be as short to the ball. And then also your extension can also improve by being a little bit more linear with the shoulders, with the hands, putting them in a better position to fire. I didn't see you hit a lot of balls over to right center, um, whereas you did hit some balls hard down the third base line, down the left field line. Hit a couple of nice ones, like we saw earlier on at the end of this. A couple nice ones in the left center, but it's really hard. There's a good example right there. It's really hard to drive the ball into right center with this kind of a launch, um, because your barrel and your shoulders kind of take over the swing, and you're just not able to stay inside enough and extend enough out to the opposite field. And that's why you'll hit some high pop-ups kind of down the right field line, shallow right field line, or in that foul territory area, especially on pitches that are kind of middle away, middle up a little bit. Typically, I think most typical high school hitters, they hook on the ground like that. They hook hard on the ground, or they're fade in the air, which means they don't really create good backspin to that opposite gap or towards center field. And I think that's one of the things that will help you as you get in a better launch position with your hands, because you do have really good hands. And I think starting from uh, a better position in your load, not in your load, but at your launch position, will allow your hands to work better, because I do think you have really good quick hands. Um, and so there's a good swing right there too. But that right there, I didn't see to center or to right center. That was really the biggest thing. I know we talked a little bit about approach. Again, there's a note right there, launch position, just missing that pitch, a good hittable pitch. We did talk a little bit about approach, and I mentioned this to even some of our other big hitters, Zimprich and Montgomery, and we talked a little bit about kind of straightening out the field, understanding that yes, you can hit the ball hard to left field, but coaches and scouts, man, their eyes really light up when they see that a guy can do that to the opposite field, and they know when they see that he has a confidence to trust himself to drive the ball to that field. A lot of guys think that, you know, the only place for them to really hit the ball deep and far is to left or left center, when really the field is much bigger than that. And because you guys are big hitters with good bat speed, most of the pitches that you're going to get to handle are going to be on the outer third, all right? And they're going to be off speed pitches, and you got to learn how to handle that, because as we talked about on this day and your approach, coaches aren't going to throw you over the middle third of the plate. That's where most high school hitters have their best success. If they pitch you in, right, you're a catcher, if they pitch you in, they're going to come in off the plate, not necessarily in for a strike. Um, so that's kind of where I think the approach comes in. I know we talked about that you made a couple of adjustments, but I think the biggest thing that you'll benefit from, very nice swing right there, is in your approach, but in allowing yourself to be in a position to where you can stay inside the ball a little bit longer. Maybe not hide your hands so far back behind your head. Now remember that this video is taken from the kind of that second base area, and your hands are hiding. So just imagine if the video was from the pitcher's mound, your hands would almost be behind your head. Okay, and that's going to create just a longer path for your hands to travel to get down into the hitting zone. All right. I think if you can work on getting your hands to work away from your body, maybe not wrap your shoulders so much in your load, I think that will benefit you. It'll also, help you see the ball with your right eye a little better. Although I think that's one of your strengths. You do a good job. Good job tracking right there. And I think the biggest thing is it just will help your consistency so that you're not mishitting balls. Now I know that you were kind of a little banged up. Your back was tight. It was injured. Um, I don't want to kind of make that excuse for you, but I know it did have an effect. Either way, I'm glad that we got to see you hit. I'm glad we got to spend some time together, getting to know your offensive swing and what you're looking for. And I think ultimately, even though I know you didn't feel like you hit well, you can still learn. We can critique it a little bit more and just give you that much more information. So if you have any questions, man, you know how to get a hold of me. I know you're still gonna, you're a good hitter. You're a plus hitter. You're gonna help out your team quite a bit. Keep working hard on the defense. Um, and if you got any questions, you just let me know, man.